Hello there. Customers are often needing to use multiple video platforms in any given day, maybe a Zoom call, WebEx call, Teams call, and others. So in any given day, they're needing to switch. And up until recently, it's been a challenge on the Studio X to switch from one mode to the other because it would restore to default. But not anymore. Now in the 3.4 release and after, you can actually switch from the web interface or from centralized management. So it'll only take 3 minutes to switch mode. So you could have a Zoom room call in the morning at 10 a.m. and at 11 o'clock, you could do a native Teams call. Later in the day, you could do an OpenSIP call. So here's how that works is you can do it from the web interface or centralized management. So I'll start out with the web interface. So behind me, this Studio X50 is in Poly Multivendor mode, but I can go ahead and switch that. So I see it's Poly right now. I'm going to change it to Teams mode. So I'll hit save and it will restart. It'll take 3 minutes, but when it restarts, it'll be in Teams mode. The touch control will be all paired up and it'll be ready for a call. So after 3 minutes, it comes up in Teams mode, ready to go. So now I want to show you switching using centralized management, because the first method I showed you with the web interface, that's only available to a system administrator. So you might have a situation where maybe you have a director or manager has a regularly scheduled meeting, and you want to give them access to be able to switch on the fly like that. So we have Lens, which is a centralized management tool, which is actually free to use. You can just create an account by going to lens.poly.com today and start using it. So we can switch modes using that tool as well. So if I go to my inventory, and here's another device, a Studio X30, which is this one right here, which is in Teams mode right now. So I'll go to settings, general settings, and provider mode. And you see it's up to Teams mode right now. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this one to USB pass-through mode. So we call that device mode. So I'll say apply, and it is now going to switch. It'll in about 3 minutes, it'll come up booted into the USB pass-through mode. So same thing, switching to any of those modes. So, right now I am an IT admin of this system, but if you wanted to give access to an employee, maybe a manager or director, so that they could switch the device, you can do that too. You can email that person an invitation so that they can manage the system too. So you just go under manage accounts and pick your tenant, and under account members, this is where you can add new ones. So you just add in their email. So I'll add a new one here, and I'll just make them a device manager. They don't need to be an admin, and I'll say add. So it's now sending that invitation, and once they receive it, they'll be able to log on and they will be able to flip modes on their own. So powerful feature, very flexible system, becomes really a Swiss Army knife to be able to do native Teams mode, native Zoom mode, all these different modes, on the fly, basically with just 3 minutes. The same provider mode switching is available on the large room system, which is the Poly G7500. That runs the same software as the Studio X, with one difference being that the Teams native app is not yet released on the G7500.